The book of Genesis is the very first book of the Bible, and its name fittingly comes from a word that means beginning or origin. In other words, this is where it all began. And dramatically, the book begins with four of the most powerful words ever written. In the beginning, God. You see, the Bible doesn't start trying to prove the existence of God. No, the self-existent one, the one who has no beginning, no end, no cause, he just shows up. And what does he do? In the beginning, God created. He creates. The first thing that God tells us about himself is that he is a creator. Then he goes on to create us in his image, which means that we were made to create with God. It's clear from all this that God has a plan, that he knows what he's doing, and this alone invites our absolute trust in him. Now, the author of Genesis is confirmed by many biblical writers and church history to be the person of Moses. In fact, Moses wrote all the first 5 books of the Bible, which we know as the Torah. And he obviously did this from many face-to-face conversations that he had with God. The purpose of Genesis is really quite simple. You see, it's the story of God's building a family for himself to be a blessing to others. For all eternity, God has been pro-family because the family unit was his idea. He has forever lived in harmony with God the Son and God the Spirit. And since we are made in his image, he very much wants us to be a part of his forever family as well. But our family was never designed to keep that love or that harmony for itself. It was always designed to be something that we received first and then gave away to others. Here's how God described his purpose to Abraham, the father of the Jewish nation. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you, and all peoples on earth will be blessed through you. Even today, that purpose holds true for us, doesn't it? We are part of God's forever family. And as God blesses our families, we are to be a blessing to others as we carry the hope of Jesus wherever we go. The book's structure reflects this family purpose. You see, the first 11 chapters deal with God's building a family through the human race. And this section revolves around 4 events: the creation, the fall, the flood, and the Tower of Babel. Then the second section is chapters 12 through 50, and this deals with God's building a family through the Hebrew race, his chosen people. This section revolves around 4 families: Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Joseph. Now, Genesis is not a short book. It's 50 chapters long, the second longest book of the Bible next to Jeremiah. At times, all these genealogies can easily start to run together. So here's my suggestion for how you might read this book: that you read it through the lens of the 4 core truths, because they show up in the most interesting places in this book. For example, God is good. In the very first chapter, 6 times, it says of God's creation, it is good. And then he made Adam and Eve. He made you and I. And God raised the bar. He said, it was very good. You and I are God's very good work, fully redeemed in Jesus. Next, that Jesus has forgiven me. You see, God's plan to forgive us didn't start at the cross. It started right after the fall of mankind. God says, I will put my enmity between you, Satan, and the woman Eve, and between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head, and you will strike his heel. This is a reference to Satan and Jesus. You see, Satan will bruise Jesus' heel